Whether things are highly regulated or whether they're not, it's not too hard to get your hands on just about any type of self-protective tool if you gravitate towards it or like the way it's designed or believe that it's something you can use effectively. In this video, I want to have some real talk about the implications of certain tools and whether or not it's worth it to carry them. Stick around. Little light drizzle on my head today out here at Camp 411, but let's proceed. Let's face it, there are some self-protective tools that if we choose to carry and we have to use, we may face a more difficult court date. It doesn't make these tools necessarily a bad option, it just makes them a more risky option. We choose things for a number of reasons. Number one, our confidence in our ability to use it in the heat of the moment, the ability to carry it without a lot of discomfort and obstruction. We're just more passionate about certain tools. It could be something like a leather sap. It could be something like some lightweight plastic knuckles, or it could be something really nasty like these right here, or one of these. What sets these things apart from a knife is that when we carry knives, this is a multi-purpose tool. It could be used for self-defense, but it's also used for cutting packages open. It could be used for utilities. That's what sets this apart from so many of these other tools. Now, I know there are plenty of tools we carry every day that apply only to self-defense, whether it's a firearm or pepper spray or stun guns. But we have to understand that there's some categories of self-protective tools that are not looked at in a negative light like some of these others. So if someone is going to carry something like this that's solely a self-protective tool, it serves no other purpose, you got to have some good reasons. Some things just have a thug reputation, and you have to keep that in mind. What you don't want is the attitude that, oh yeah, I like this, man, I could really mess somebody up with that. That's really cool. Well, it's cool until you use it and you get arrested and you have to make a case for it. Are these things even legal in your state? You got to do your own research there. I say that because there may be plenty of other things that you can legally choose from that may cause you a lot less trouble if you have to use them. If you're one of those that says it's my constitutional right, well, you have at it and you spend all the money that it's going to take to validate that in court. And I'm not being facetious when I say that. That's a real thing. If you believe that much in the Constitution and your ability to carry whatever you want to, you're going to have to fight that fight, and it's not going to be easy. What I'd rather hear, other than somebody just talking about how much they like a tool or how much they could mess somebody up with it or how much damage it would do, would be for them to say, I'm going to choose this tool because I feel like I can be most effective with it if I need to survive. Some people don't feel comfortable with certain protective tools, but they may feel comfortable with others. Some people feel really comfortable throwing a good solid punch. They may be drawn to a pair of knuckles. People are not always carrying these things for thug reasons, but some people are, and all of that stuff's going to be found out. I'm not against any of these tools, whether it's the sap, which I feel is extremely effective in close quarter combat, or a pair of plastic knuckles, which are so light to carry in the pocket and could be a great equalizer in the moment, or a baton. I don't have anything against any of these things. I just think it's important that we choose these things carefully, we understand our state laws, and we carry these things for the right reasons. Not just because we believe they're dangerous, but because we believe that they will help us the most in a bad situation. I know some people that are freaked out by knives, but they're not so freaked out to carry something that allows them to pierce. It doesn't make them a criminal for wanting to carry something that looks like a shank. Some people just genuinely feel that that's the better option for them. And I appreciate that thought process, because all of these motives are going to be examined when we come into question. If we have to actually use these things, it's easy to carry these things in our pocket and feel big and bad, but our lives are going to change completely the moment we have to deploy these things and put them to use. And I've told y'all this before, the three things I carry most every day is a little can of pepper spray, a blade, and my firearm. Some people carry around a whole lot more than that. You'll find some guys, man, they got 2 spikes in their pocket, pepper spray, a club. Some people carry all of these things just because they're obsessed with these tools and they like them. I just feel like we've got to be a lot more mature in our thought processes around what we're going to carry, why we're going to carry that, and whether or not we're willing to deal with the aftermath if we use it. There's a balance to this thing. I don't want to end up dead by some perpetrator, so I want to be able to successfully defend myself at all costs. That's the most important thing. At the same time, there's this fine line. I don't want to freaking end up in prison either. Whether you care about this or not, it's important. What are the state laws? Why are you carrying this tool? Why did you choose this tool? Do you feel like you're going to be the best with this tool? Do you feel like that this will be the best outcome for you? Or do you just believe this is great because it would really mess somebody up? If so, be very careful with that. Be very careful with that mindset. There's a lot of people whose tactical fantasies have taken them further down the river than they wanted to go, to the point to where they're now looking for trouble or expecting it on a hyper level, and these guys are just ready to deploy something. I don't believe any self-protective tool is evil. I don't demonize anything from leather saps, blackjacks, to the most scariest of knuckles. I don't demonize any of them. We just have to have better reasons for carrying something other than, ooh, I really like that. I want you to have some things on you, but I want you to have the right things. I want you to think it through, and I want you to be prepared for the aftermath. Take care, my friend.